Welcome, pool fans, to Railbird Pool TV here on Facebook and YouTube. We got next matchup is Jeff Clare and Clarence Davis. Jeff Clare to break here in rack number 1. This is the 2023 Rugby Barbox Shootout. This is the final 32 redraw for the men's division. It's second round action on the winner's side. We got Jeff Clare, a monster player out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, taking on the Belcourt, local Belcourt legend, Clarence Davis, national champion, state champion, monster player out of North Dakota. This is going to be a great matchup. I got Richard Martin here in the booth. This is Ryan Johnson. Say hello there, Richard.
Hello, everybody. Great to be here. This is going to be some good pool. These guys are really stroking it very well.
And we got Jeff came up dry there, and we got Clarence at the table. Our first look at Clarence. Played Clarence many a times. Me and Clarence have had a lot of battles over the last 15 years. I've played Jeff Clare about 2 or 3 times. I've never beaten Jeff Clare one time. He is a tough player.
Tough player.
I've only got to play him like 2 or 3 times if my memory serves me correctly. And you're going to get to see it. He came up dry, but it's so he didn't get to see his shooting right away. But Jeff Clare is a very likable guy. He's very humble, very likable, and he's a very good pool player.
Very good pool player. I haven't had the fortune of playing him yet, so I don't have any losses yet. I don't know if I'd have a win against him. He don't make many mistakes.
He doesn't. The break shot, once again, I asked like the first match we had what was going to be the key, and you said the break shot, and I think that's going to be a big determining factor here. And Jeff came up dry on his first break. He's going to have to check that rack a little more careful there. He's got a big break, Jeff. He's got a monster break, and the balls really he didn't maybe hit it quite like he wanted to. Well, that's
a little tough. Clarence didn't want to put that ball in trouble.
I think he's got the 11 and then can get in on the rail, maybe.
I don't think he expected it to kick that far.
So yeah, he's got to play a little delicate shot here. I mean, it's got to go forward, and then if he can get in there on the rail, he'll be okay. If he can't, he's in big trouble. He looked at it, so I don't think he'll have any problems.
Yeah, Jeff wants to
Jeff's
look at
looking
it.
at it. It's close, so he wants to look at it. He said it's okay, so that means you can. But that's his right to check. And you want to make sure you check on that stuff, and then you can get a judge so that you're not letting him shoot it, and then there's an argument that ensues over a game of pool.
Yeah.
You know, it's a gentleman's game, and that's part of how you go about the etiquette of pool. You're allowed to check it on a tight shot. I mean, it's not like he's trying to shark him or anything. That's
No.
That's a legitimate situation.
Because if it's too close and you call a ref and let somebody else make the decision.
Beautiful.
Oh, that was a clean shot. Good clean shot.
Clarence
Didn't even touch the 5.
Oh, Clarence stroked
Nice
that
stroke
one.
on that ball.
He might have to take a little long pot here because you don't want to sacrifice getting behind the 3 trying to get too close to it.
No, that's
So
why he
you're
was
going to
just
have to
looking up.
maybe pinch back a couple, maybe 5 inches at the most, and then just take the pot.
And then just take the cut.
Yep. You cannot risk getting behind that 3 at all. So you're going to have to accept the long shot. It's just there's no other way around it.
He's looking at
You
his
gotta be a
angle
shot
right now,
maker.
how far he can come out.
Yeah. How far can
without
he
getting
get?
hooked.
Yeah. That's a big shot on the 8 from back there. It's very makeable, but it is missable if you flinch.
Oh yes.
If you
stay down
flinch or don't
stay
cue it
down
right,
and
you can
stroke
miss
through
that.
the ball.
Now he's looking, he ain't gonna try to draw all the way back and get on the short side. I mean, he's looking at all his options. I like that, you know, checking all his options. He'd love to get into a comfortable shot that's unmissable, but
Yeah.
I think in this situation,
Yeah,
you
it might
just
be a
got to
little
take
tough,
the
yeah.
shot and trust that you're going to put it down. He's a great shot maker.
I think it looks like he's pretty straight in though, so it might be a little tough for him to get all the way down the table. He's looking now which side of the hole he can cheat it on him, what he can do. He's just taking the back cut. Overcut it.
He overcut it. That's a big momentum shift in rack one. You know, it was
Big
Jeff's
time.
break. You know, Clarence had a chance to steal one off his break,
Off his
and
break,
now
yeah.
Jeff's got a pretty clear-cut run out now, starting with the three.
Yeah.
I figure you're starting with the three here, and then from
Make
there,
the three in the side. And
there's nothing really to do after that. Looks like he'll use the one as his key ball, but he could also use the four ball as his key ball.
you know, with an 8 in the hole, he can probably use any ball he wants.
Well, pretty much, but I mean, just judging on which ball, I'm trying to just predict what ball I think he'll.
Is he going to pop
And
out here
with-
for the 2? Yeah.
He might take the one now. He's looking. No, he's going to take my pattern, end with the one. But I think he wanted to get the 6 for earlier in the run, but
Yeah. 6-1 in perfect shape on the 6 in the side there.
yeah, oh yeah, that was perfect speed, and he was crossing the line too, kind of. Wasn't. And as expected, he's going to make short work of this to take the 1-0 lead. Clarence will be breaking here in rack number 2, and Clarence has got a big break also. So, but you got to get those balls rack good, Richard. You want to spend a little bit of time on the rack.
Yep. Got to make sure they're tight. A couple of these racks, you got to watch it because the head ball will float in there. So you got to make sure the top 3 are tight.
Yeah. Well, we're up to 57 viewers right now.
Oh. Well,
Thanks for coming back on the stream, letting us boot it up there, and coming back on to Railbird Pool TV tonight.
got 2 really good shots here. This will be a very entertaining match.
Here's the Forebears flyer, Richard, and then we also have our sponsors flashing in the lower left pocket, corner, and all these sponsors are the ones that added the 15,000 into this tournament. And we got a big food concession area with a bar, and they have a shuttle bus service for the players that will shuttle you around town back to your room and everything.
It'll take you anywhere. If you want to go to a restaurant, it'll take you to a restaurant. You're at a restaurant, need a ride back, call them, they'll bring you back.
Yeah,
Or bring you from the restaurant to your hotel. Whatever
Yep.
you need.
it's a great deal. Well, Clarence racked the balls here. We're going to see what kind of break he takes. Usually he takes a pretty big break here, but he's going over to the rail here. So is he taking a second ball break on? Okay, we're going to see. Usually when you go out to the rails, usually you take a second ball, but I think he had it move on you like you were
Yeah.
saying. Most people hit the second ball from the rail, but there are some people that will hit the head ball from the side rail.
My partner broke from the side and hit the head ball. And he had a really good break on a lot of tables. And never, all of a sudden we would get to a table that his break wouldn't work, and mine would. It was really strange. If his break worked, mine didn't. If my break worked, his wouldn't. Just whatever type of table we were on, it just It was funny. We both take a, we let him break first all the time, and if his break didn't work, then I broke the rest of the match, because we knew that for some our breaks are totally different. So, because I go for the top and power, just slam it, and
So yeah, here we go. Clarence to get down on this. I think he's aiming second ball, so he's looking to hit the 15. Let's see what kind of action he gets.
yep, second ball.
He made the corner ball. Good spread here. He's got options on both groups. I kind of like stripes just because of where the 5 is at.
I would think so.
The 8 is totally clear here, so there's no advantage on the 8 ball.
As long as he doesn't get careless, and
yeah, that 8 ball is beautiful.
yep, right in the middle of the table, nothing around it. Yep.
Yeah, oh yeah. So either group is okay, but now that the 5 is tied up, I favor stripes for sure. But I mean, you could take solids and prove me wrong, but you got to do something with the 5.
I like the stripes all day long here.
Yeah, I think
you're totally right. Yep.
I think this one's pretty much no-brainer here that you take the stripes here. Clarence is forming his plan here. What kind of pattern he wants to remove these balls. Instead of just getting down shooting the duck ball. So if you got some juniors listening to this, or some people that are brand new into pool or want to learn the game, watch how this guy's moving around the table, what he's doing here. He's not just getting down shooting that duck without no plan. And
he's got a plan, so
he's planning what he wants to do here so that he gets all the balls off without the other guy coming to the table.
If you look at the better players, they all look at the entire racket, figure what their plan is. We have to change it along the way, but they do.
They're flexible, yes.
Yeah, they do.
You have to be willing to be flexible.
They do formulate about what they think and how they're going to do it. He's looking at the 9, but I don't think it's ready to shoot it yet. I think it's going to shoot the 11.
Okay.
Because he was hoping to shoot the 9, but I think he rolled up just a touch too far.
So yeah, he's looking really closely whether he can get in there. He would have loved to get that 9 out of there right now, because he could have pinballed back and forth and either got either stripe depending on his speed.
So he's going to shoot this one and try to get shape on it again. So now he's short.
Is he going to run into the 5 here and then?
I think he's got the right angle, but
it's close.
It might be too much. Yep.
He might have to go to the rail and lay it on the rail and then shoot.
He's got to be careful here, because if he doesn't get the shape, he did. Oh no, it might have moved out.
Did he get it?
Because he can't shoot the other 2 balls anywhere, because that 3's blocking the other corner down there.
That was the issue. The other issue was how were you going to transition down to those other 2 balls?
So as long as he can see it, we're going to get a little left English here.
And that's where, remember when he wanted that 9 earlier? That's why he wanted to get that 9 earlier, because he wanted to use one of those other 2 stripes
balls
to
transition. To go down to transition the other end.
This is a lot harder to transition with the 9 ball. So he's got to come with a big positional shot here. And quite a stroke here. He's pretty straight.
Yep.
So
I think he can put a little left on it, but he's going to have to get a little firm with this to get down, because he's got to get down to the other end below those balls.
here it comes. This is a big shot.
That was nice to get between those 2 balls.
That was beautiful.
If he gets low enough, I think it's low enough he can shoot a 14.
Got it. What a beautiful shot to go through that gap there, not to run into balls like that.
Very nice stroke.
To control that.
I don't think he wanted to be on the rail, but he'll take it.
No, he'll take that all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, to navigate through them balls and with where he was at, I don't think, unless you play a lot of pool, I don't think a person would really understand how difficult that shot really was.
I think he's just going to slow roll this and shoot this stripe back on the other side.
He might go into the rail and back out slightly. Ooh, don't overhit it.
Maybe it goes down the corner and we can't tell, but I don't think it does.
Oh, he's got the side all day long. This actually helps him float over to the 8 in the same pocket. So he wanted a little bit of angle. So this actually works out just fine.
Ooh. I was afraid of that. He had a little bit too much angle, but that hurts.
He drew it a little too much, I think.
Didn't release it, let it float down, yeah. I thought he came up that rail a little bit far. A little bit tougher shot in the side than he wanted.
Yeah, he didn't quite want that amount of angle there, but he was, you know, maybe a half a cue ball too far.
This really hurts of 2 racks in a row to give.
Yeah, he's just stalled right at the end. He
Jeff,
missed the 8.
Jeff a wide open rack with none of his balls in the way.
That is psychologically, that is very, very hurts. It hurts.
We got a guy on our team. We call him. These are Brian Lee runs because it's just amazing how many times he goes up there and the other guy messes up on the 8 and he's able to run the rack because the guy doesn't have anything in the way.
He cleans up the trash every rack. Yeah.
So anytime we get one of these, that's what they call it.
That makes people pull their hair out. I'm telling you, Richard.
Oh, yeah.
I know guys that have quit the game of pool because they couldn't handle stalling out. It drives them bonkers. They can't handle it.
If I couldn't handle it, I did quit a year after I started.
Well, that's what I mean. You got to be tough. You got to be tough.
I'm really good at screwing up on I'm the best 6-ball runner there is. The 7th ball and the 8 ball really give me a lot of problems.
Oh, yeah.
I screw up the shape all the time on those.
Oh, 6 balls is the easy part. It's the 7th and the 8th ball. It is because if your control isn't there, you're running out of ducks. And it's not too often you have a complete 8-ball, what I call a connector out. Occasionally you get a beautiful connector out, but typically you have to play good angle or good control on at least 1 or 2 of the shots.
Well, it just doesn't take these better players long.
Oh, not at all. And when he gets routine stuff like that, Richard, it's no problem at all. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout for a commercial, folks.
Nestled in the geographical center of North America, Rugby provides a hometown atmosphere to grow your family and business with safe neighborhoods, good schools and daycares, trusted medical facilities, and a diversified economy from manufacturing to healthcare. Home to almost 200 businesses, big and small, Rugby provides an abundance of activities indoors and out. Rugby, North Dakota. Come for a visit, stay for a lifetime.
We are back, folks. Got Ryan Johnson right now with Richard Martin in the booth. We're live in the Rugby Armory here in Rugby, North Dakota for the 2023 Barbox Shootout.
Hey, everybody.
Jeff Clare to break, leading 2-0. They're both employing that second ball break. I love that second ball break. It's just, and these monsters are doing it too. There has to be a reason why they're doing it.
I guess I'm going to have to learn it. I've never used it, but I guess I'm going to have to learn it because watching these guys this weekend, because whenever I tried it in practice, I might make a ball, but the balls were always just so cluttered that you couldn't hardly get out. But these guys hit it pretty firm now, and they do. Obviously, they know what they're doing, and the balls aren't all clustered together like they were when I was trying to use it. That's why I went away from it.
I tell you what, Richard, sometime I can show you that second ball break. I can show you like 3 different versions of it, how you make it so there's an automatic clusters all over the place, and how you, when you want to get one that's more wide open, different ways to attack it. Now, of course, you have to execute, good execution, but there's 2 or 3 good different ways you can do it to where you can funnel balls to the rail, you can leave clusters and hit it hard, you can try to bust them so they're wide open.
I'm always willing for more knowledge. You can never learn too much at this game.
Oh, for sure, and I'm learning all the time. I'm learning right now.
I think Jeff's about out on this thing.
Yeah, that's 6 passes, so this guy's got amazing control.
He's just going to draw back and shoot the 8 after he makes the 2-7.
6-8. He could float forward for the 8 and the side, or sure depending on where his angle is on the 6.
He'll look on the 7 and probably be exactly where he needs to be, just to draw back a little bit and shoot the 8 in the same corner.
Yeah. And if he doesn't quite get that, then he can go to something different.
Float it to the other side of it and shoot it back in this corner.
Yeah, so this guy is a smooth operator here.
And you cheated a hole a little bit there to make sure he could stay off the rail so he could put bottom on this ball. I don't think he rolled farther than he wanted to, though. He's a little bit off angle here to the right.
He might have to stun
but
over.
He's going to shoot it. He's going to shoot it on the other side.
Yeah. He has
That's what
to
he's
stun
gonna
over
do.
for the other side. I don't think he can pinch back. Maybe he can pinch
Yep.
back. Yeah, he
Oh,
was
he
able
did,
to pinch
yeah.
back. No problems.
Yeah, well, he got that good of a stroke, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And this guy made it look easy. He made it look like it was just nothing to it.
Yep.
Takes a 3-0 lead, and Clarence will be breaking here in rack number 4 coming up.
The only time I shoot like that is when I'm dreaming about it. At night asleep.
But I mean, it's so. What makes Jeff so enjoyable to watch? You see, he gets in that beautiful rhythm where it doesn't look like he's
And he never hit him.
struggling to get through the run.
He never hit a ball hard there. Everything's nice
free
and gentle.
flowing like water. It just
And the
flows
funny thing
like
is, he was
water.
right there on the perfect shape every time, all 7 balls.
Clarence needs to stop the bleeding here quick, and he was so close in the first 2 racks. He missed the
He
8
made a
ball in
ball
rack
there.
1.
They're pretty spread, so he needs
Good
to
break
get out.
there from Clarence.
He needs to get out here because these better players, the real good players, you get them up 3 or 4-0 and they're at the table, they start freewheeling. It's a great thing to watch, unless you're his opponent.
Yeah, because Jeff got in stroke because Clarence missed the 8 ball in rack 1, so Jeff got an easy run to get the stroke.
Yep.
Rack 2, Clarence scratched on the ball before the 8. Jeff gets in another rack to get in stroke. Now he breaks the balls and runs through that rack like it was just a walk in the park because he's in stroke. He's had all this table time, and he just feels like $1 million right now. So Clarence has got to put the pressure on him here. He's got to get out here if he wants any chance in this match.
At all in this match.
He has to run this rack out.
Yeah, he's got to get a couple games on
it.
the thing because, like I said, you get them up, they get up 4-0
Yeah, they're free
or
will.
5-1. They're freewheeling. There's no pressure on them. They do, and when their stroke gets loose, it's
yeah,
like a practice match.
Especially
and it's
this
just
guy.
Yeah, they're just.
I mean, you're playing a monster player here. But Clarence gets this rack. You know, that's all he can do is run out here and get one back and see what happens.
Well,
and you know, the break shot could go in his favor. You know, something bad could happen on Jeff's break. So he's just got to take care of business.
Take care of business this game, and then hope something good happens for him next game.
So he's got to deal with the 2 balls there to
He took
that 9
strikes.
and the. He wanted to knock that ball in. He's in big trouble here.
I don't know what I really thought the solids were the runners, but
I kind of did too there. I kind of
don't know why
favored solids more.
I don't know what made him think he would rather have stripes.
Because the 8 is out in the open, so it wasn't like the stripes had some bottled up 8 ball near the rail.
And the 315, the 3 was easier to make. 7 would have went in this side, so maybe it was because of the 6 ball. That's the only reason I could think that he decided to do that, but he had his plan. I don't know if it's working out.
Thank you much, Lindy Lou. Woo. Thank you very much for the compliments.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate that. So you're from where Jeff Clare, so you probably know Jeff Clare, Lindy Lou. Great guy and a great pool player. Very good ambassador for the game. This guy is a consummate professional. He is a great sportsman. He's very good representative of the game of pool. This Jeff Clare.
Probably knows Sean Quincy and
yeah,
I'm sure that
Barry McLean.
That's what I think they're waiting for to put the women's final on here. There's the next match.
We got a little information for you here, folks. After this match, we're going to bring you the ladies' championship final of the Rugby Barbox Shootout. And I believe
That'd be
it's
great.
going to
If you
be
guys have not-
Soledad.
if you guys have not seen this girl from Argentina shoot yet, you're in for a treat.
Oh,
You should really watch her. She just flew in like on Wednesday or something like that, and She's come over. She's gonna play 3-4 tournaments and then fly back. But she'll be at 4 Bears, and I don't know where the other 2 is after she leaves after that. But you will get a treat watching her play. So.
Yeah, I don't know who she plays here. I'll have to look at the bracket here on my phone.
Who came back? She beat Tracy Bernard, I think, for the driver's seat.
Yeah, so in the final, we were going to have. Oh, they're still playing. Angie Longren and Tracy Bernhard are playing in 3rd place for the right to get.
Playing right now.
For the right to get to play Soledad.
Okay.
Ayala, or how do you say that, Richard? Ayala.
Soledad Ayala. I guess I would pronounce it Soledad Ayala.
I mean, I don't want to mispronounce someone's name.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to do it on purpose, but. What a shot from the shot maker, Clarence Davis there. He didn't get much reward on it, but it was a great individual shot. He might have to bank this ball right now on the side, try to put some juice on it. He doesn't have a lot of options. He's down 3-0. You ain't playing defense from here. Where are you playing defense? There's nowhere to play defense. You got nothing. You can bury him on the 3. You could knock the stripe away and bury him right on the back of the 3 is your only defensive shot. So the option for me is to bank this ball into the side and try to draw into the rail and
come out for the shoot.
Disrupt the 10 somehow, unless you're going to bury him right on the back of the 3. And that's
tough to do when you're shooting the angle away from it to make it safe. Because if you leave him a little bit of gap, he'll figure something out.
Yeah, that's a tough defense. I don't like to play that defense because it's really, yes, he's probably not making a ball, but you're just going to be in a tough spot your next shot anyway. So he's going to do that, but he's doing that shot. I mean,
it's still a nice shot. He froze on that ball.
It's got a little gap there, but
at least Jeff doesn't have like a wide open table.
That's why that's what made that shot possible.
You're gonna make him work a little bit for once.
You're gonna make him work. I probably bank and go for the win, but on go for it that time just because I feel like I'm gonna be just in a bad spot anyways again. So you got to look at, am I gonna get a better shot my next inning when he plays defense on me, or was that bank better there than what I'm going to get out of this? Yeah. So you have to envision, where was the 10 ball going to go? What's he going to do to me when he shoots his shot? And am I going to be in a better spot at worst case scenario? Like if he executes a really good defensive shot. And that's what I'm looking at, and that's what you want to look at when you're playing this chess and this defense. You got to think about what's the worst case scenario you're going to be at after you come back to the table. So that maybe changes your thought process on whether you go for some certain things, especially when you're kicking, playing rollouts and stuff like that when you're playing 9-ball.
I think Jeff's just going to roll this over to the rail and play safe here.
Yeah, and he's not going to have nearly the offensive shot. Now he has really no way of making a ball.
Yeah.
See, so now he's got himself. See, that's why that shot, it was there, but it really and it was no good.
Just make a comment here about the Chamber of Commerce here in Rugby, North Dakota. They put on such a good show here, and if anybody has sponsored this at all, they're allowing you to, let's say you don't want their pizza or their hot dogs or something here, you're allowed to call the businesses and they'll bring you the food here for free.
Wow.
So it's very good of them to allow that. They just want the rugby community to enjoy this whole thing.
That is fantastic. And they got a shuttle service. Once again, they're providing a free shuttle service for the players. I mean, what kind of tournaments provide shuttle services? You get free delivery of food. I mean, they really are treating the players well here.
Very well. And the shuttle's anywhere in town. Let's say you want to go to a restaurant. They'll take you to the restaurant. They'll come pick you up when you're done. It's not just to the hotel and back and forth. So.
Yeah. Yep, that's quite a deal for amateur pool. I mean, we're not playing the matchroom 9-ball circuit or anything here. This is just an amateur pool tournament. for the most part. It's an open tournament. Pros were allowed to play, but for the most part, obviously, the vast majority of these players are
I really
amateur.
enjoyed it.
I have too.
Got to get to watch all these guys play.
So back to the match here now. He put himself in this. He played that negative defensive shot that kept Jeff from running out, but Jeff was able to play a pretty simple safety back or defensive shot back, and now Clarence is in a worse spot than he was.
Clarence, I think, is
previous
going
innings,
to
so.
try to kick the 14 down in the end corner. I think he knows he needs to make at least a good hit, because if he doesn't hit the ball, and you give Jeff ball in hand with the way the balls are all spread there, it's over with. So
I don't like moving the 11 because the 6 doesn't go there right now. So I definitely don't.
that's why he's going to kick the 14 down.
Yeah,
the corner.
yeah, exactly, Richard.
And if he kicks it in, then so be it. But other than that, he's still got the 11 covering the 6.
Yeah, you at least leave the 6 there so that at least he's got to do something for the 6 ball. I mean, which for Jeff's speed is not much, but it's. Oh, is he going to move it? That actually, if the 6 doesn't, well, he's got,
It worked too well. The 6 won't go over there, but I'm
Yeah,
sure he can shoot the 2 and bring it over.
He's got easy
Yeah, shoot the 2
position
and he'll bring
for
it back
for
over
his,
for the
for
6.
his ability. He has no issue. He's got an angle on this 4. He can play a 1 pocket shot, I believe, right now.
Yep.
I think he can play a 1 pocket shot from the 4 to the 6 right now. And if he can, he'll do it right now and get it over with. If he can. Otherwise, he'll shoot the 5 to work a different pattern. But yeah, this is the shot. If he can do it now, he's going to do it. Did he get enough?
Oh.
He came up short here.
Yeah, he put a lot of inside on that, and
And it
when
killed
he
the
hit
cue
the
ball.
rail, it killed.
So you got to remember, folks, when you use that inside, work with it a little bit. You got to hit it a little bit harder than you're thinking, because it's not going to lengthen out like you're used to. So with that particular spin he put on it, so. But he's got such great control. He'll come 2 rails right now for it. See that?
Yep.
Or 1 rail.
I think he's going
He
to.
could take the 7 right now and get on it too.
Yep.
He's checking his options. I like coming on it right now if you can get it. If you can, if you got the 7 might be there a little bit too much, but
Unless he can stop the 3 in the corner, then take the 7 and get behind it.
that's an option too. It also goes off the 10 in the corner. You know, he pointed his cue over there for some reason, but he might whip it all the way around 1, 2.
3 and come
3
around
rails
again,
and
come
come
around
in on-
behind it between the.
I mean, he's got the
11
stroke to
and the
do that.
6.
He has the stroke to do that, but I think he'll find something more simple. I don't think he's going to want to have to do that stroke because he has a lot of options here yet. Here we go. We're going to find out. I
It
think
looks
he's
like he's
taking
gonna play a
my
little
shot.
hard bottom here.
No, he came the
Oh, he
1
just
rail. The
little
2
firm.
rails, I mean, but he went too far.
Ooh. I'm gonna guess he's gonna shoot this in the side now instead of the corner.
I think you're right. He's definitely ain't back cutting that into the lower left.
No.
No way. He'll shoot the 7 before he back cuts that 6. And if he shoots the 7, he's got to come with a nice stroke unless he's going to play the 6 off the 10. Then all he has to do is pinch back about a diamond and that, or 2 diamonds, and he'll be fine.
Well, he's gonna shoot the 7 first.
Yeah, he's going to pinch back about 2 diamonds and then play the 6 off the 10 in the corner. There it is.
I think it's a little tighter than he wants.
Yeah, he's going to go off the 10, but he's going to have to leave. He didn't want to be on the rail, and he doesn't have much angle, so therefore he's going to have to take a little longer pot on. He's going around the table, and he's going to shoot the 8 in the lower right-hand pocket.
He's just going to have to leave the
But
cue
the
ball right
main
there.
thing he's concentrated on here, Richard, is make sure you make the ball. Because he'll be able to cut that ball in. He just wants to make sure he makes the ball. Oh, he's tree-topped on the 11. This is very difficult.
This is a tough shot.
This is difficult. Elevated over the 11. You don't
I
know
tell you
how
what,
tough this
This is so tough.
This is very tough.
I think it's, people say I don't want to be on a rail or something. I think it's the toughest shot in pool. Unfortunately, he's not froze on the 11.
So what you want to do here, Richard, is make sure that you keep your backswing short. Line really good. Keep your backswing short and your follow through just smooth and short. See how compact he was?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, did he scratch? No, he didn't. But see how compact his backswing was short and his follow through was not big.
It's
So that's
very
what you
easy
want
if
to
you
do
follow
on
through.
a
Putting left or right on the ball by accident.
Yeah, and that's why you want to make sure that you have a short backswing, keep the stroke compact, so that you get a good accurate hit on the cue ball. I mean, he made that look easy, folks. I mean, he made that elevated shot look like it was just a hanger. Like, I mean, he had absolutely no fear at all. This guy is a cold stone killer here. He just does not show any, like, he doesn't ever look like he's ever, like, under duress. I mean, he just shows no signs of duress or anything. Like, it's really enjoyable to watch. And I go back to those first two racks, when Clarence missed that 8 ball and then allows him to get in stroke, and then Clarence scratches on that ball before the 8 and allows him to get in stroke again with these elementary routine cleanups, and then he gets out in just lightning speed in rack 3. He's feeling real good right now. He hasn't been pressured yet. His opponent, Clarence, hasn't put any heat on him at all yet. So, looking like he's going to make short work of this rack. He was trying to get on that 4 right there, but he came up a little bit short there. Well, that's the first real major glaring mistake we've seen from Jeff Clare in this entire match. Welcome back, Richard.
Yeah, Dave, this thing, she is very impressive. I thought she told us she lost one game, but maybe she hasn't.
We can look on the bracket here.
The
The bracket
sheets
will
all say
tell
5-0, but
yeah, we'll look on the bracket here. Okay, she was 5-0, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. You are right, Mr. Whitmer. She told me she lost one. She was being humble. She didn't want to brag herself up. But you are correct, Mr. Whitmer, the legend, Mr. Dave Whitmer. Early bird. He's the early bird. You're probably almost sleeping by now, aren't you, Dave?
yeah, definitely past his bedtime.
But yeah, that is impressive. 20-0. It's like, gee. And we got some of the best female players in the state of North Dakota here. Plus that Tracy Bernhard,
yep.
She won the Spirit Lake tournament in the fall. So it's not like she's just playing players that are just picked up a cue yesterday. She's playing, I mean, you got Rachel Ledoux in this tournament.
Yep.
Val Wilhelmy, 4-time state champion. She won state 4 years in a row. You got
Lisa McNabb. I think she's another.
Lisa McNabb's a very strong player.
Very strong player.
Now, did Karen and Ray take off? I don't see them
they haven't
around.
been here today at all.
Yeah, so Karen's one of our best players, and then Jen Black, I don't see her here either. the Blacks, Wayne and
Well, they didn't stick around and play the once they got out of the main women's tournament. I think they did. And when Wayne got knocked out, I think
we
they
don't
took
have
off.
Sam Matuska.
Matuska's not here.
Matuska's not here.
everyone
She's
else-
one of the better ones in North Dakota
Yeah.
also. So.
Oh yeah. Sam's a very tough shot.
Joanne Jacobs from
Yep.
Devil's Lake, another
not
one
here.
that's missing this weekend.
Her or Brent didn't show up for this, which surprised me because they're both very good shots. Would have had a good chance in both their divisions.
Well, Richard,
Clarence is on the board.
yes, Jeff made that positional mistake and let Clarence get an easy one for
Yeah.
a change. And he's breaking here, so it's a race to 6 alternating breaks. It's 4-1. Clarence is breaking. If he break and runs here quick, puts a little pressure on Jeff.
4-2.
I mean, makes him think a little bit where he can't just sit there and go into free mode. I think free mode is over for Jeff now. He's going to get back into the grind mode now.
Yeah, once he made a mistake, he's probably
yeah.
wake him
So
up
he's
a
going to
little bit.
take care to make sure that he's going to bear down a little bit more. But he was feeling pretty loose and good there for a while. Let's see what happens with Clarence's break here. You thought I was wrong. Whitmer. Well, yeah.
That's only because we talked directly to her.
Yeah, I talked to her, and I think she was just being humble, and it's like, maybe she misunderstood me, too. She speaks pretty good English, though, Richard. I talked to her for about a half hour there on Thursday night. She's very well-spoken English-wise, actually. But she said she travels around the world playing pool, and she's, in fact, going to be going to Austria to play the Women's World 10-Ball event.
Well, I mean, nice. I do believe she said that she's never seen a bar box till she came to this tournament.
Okay.
That she's only seen 9-footers or played on 9-footers her entire life. It's the first time she's ever played on a bar box.
Wow. So, and she's 20-0 against some of our best players around this area. Yeah, she's like a 6'10" Fargo rate or something, or 6'18", I think, and she beat Rory 7-6. We gotta remind people she took Rory out of the 9-ball tournament.
She beat Rory straight up in the 9-ball. Yep.
7-6. Rory was up 6-3 on her, and she come back, beat him 7-6.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rory.
Rory doesn't want you to talk about that. But I'll remind him.
Back to the match here. He's out in the open again here. Look
Yep,
at the 8-ball.
He's got a chance to
Everything's
go
laying
here.
there. Oh, this is routine. Look
I think
at
if he
this.
gets down on the 2, he'll be just fine.
Yeah, he's getting down for the 4. That's a smart shot.
Yeah.
I like it. He wanted angle,
4
though.
ball, and then
He got too straight.
Because he wanted to roll up for the 5 next.
But he's got the 1 here. This will work.
I think he's got enough angle. He can go 2 rails and still come up into that opening.
Yeah, for the 1. But he wants a good angle on the 1 to make sure the transition to the 3 is really smooth. Because he does not want to be going towards the 9.
No.
So make sure that you err on going towards the right of the shot line here.
That's why he drew it back and let it bounce off the rail out in the
Yep,
open.
he should be able to draw out of
That's a
this.
good
He
shot.
got a little straight, but he'll draw out of this, no problem.
That's a good shot.
Yep, he's putting his finger right
Right
where
where he
wants
knows
to
where
be.
he wants to do it. Yeah.
Let's see if he can get there, folks.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, that's ideal. The 8 will go in the north side.
Yep.
Boy, I'm playing good.
Yep. I haven't missed a shot up here yet.
Oh, he went for the other corner to let his stroke
a
out.
little bit too
Oh, he can kill it 2 rails.
Yeah.
Here you want to spin with low. Oh, he's going to go inside and kill it. This is dicey. You don't want to skid. You don't want to skid. He's going to go all the way out.
Same corner. Yep.
Yeah, that's a smart shot. That way you don't get the skid trying to baby it.
Don't have any balls getting involved in your
That's
way.
the Allison Fisher lesson that
Yep.
you said Karen
Yep.
learned down at
Yep.
Iowa. Use the
got a
rails. The
shot.
rails are your friend.
Use your rails and let your stroke out. Yep.
Yep, that's what he just did there.
You get in too much trouble when you try to baby things or
Oh, this is starting to warm up into a match here now,
Oh,
Richard.
yeah, 4-2 now. Clarence is over there mad at himself for missing a ball earlier, not getting out.
Early on. I mean,
Yeah,
he
because it
could
could very
really
easily
be
be
up.
3-3, something like that.
It could be 3-3, 4-2, Clarence for sure.
Jeff took a restroom break, so
We got the Four Bears Classic.
coming up in a couple of weeks. That'll be a good tournament. All the big boys show up for that.
Yeah, men's 10 ball on Thursday, women's 9 ball on Thursday, men's and ladies 8 ball on Friday the 14th, and then look at the bottom, folks. Kids mini tournament and pool clinic, ages 7 through 17. So you can bring your kids down there, and they get free pool lessons from professional pool players. Corey Duell and Roberto Gomez will probably most likely be there, and then you have Rory Hendrickson, maybe even Danny Olson again.
Yep.
So a lot of good players, and then they get to play a free tournament like they're doing here, and they're competing for their trophies and pool stick drawings like they did. They get their pictures taken with their.
I think Danny Olson won the 9 and 8 ball last year.
At Four Bears?
Yeah.
No.
I think.
Danny won the 10 ball, and then Corey beat him in the final of the 8 ball.
Okay, because I know that he double dipped in the 10 ball. He
Oh,
double dipped Corey because Corey had the driver's seat.
Yeah, he rolled Corey in the final of that.
And then
10 ball.
and then he was really in stroke, and I drew him first match in the 8 ball, and he never missed a ball or shape.
Oh, Danny.
I broke and ran 2 racks. He broke and made a ball and ran every one of his racks, and the two racks that I broke dry.
In 2009, when Gastropub first opened up in August of 2009 in Fargo, he came that fall, and it was the only time they had what was known as the fall shootout in November of 2009, and his parents brought him there, and he was 16 years old, and he's playing for the driver's seat versus Craig Stainbrook, and I sat and watched it, and they played a flawless match. Craig took the hill, beat him 5-4 on the hill. It was an ERO, 9 EROs between the two of them, and then Craig wins the tournament. Danny gets second, but he was only 16 years old at the time. So I mean, that kid's he's 30 years old probably now. You know, I mean, if he was 16 in 09,
14,
about 30.
Yeah, about 30 years old now.
Great player. He's probably a 740, 750 Fargo rate.
Gotta be.
Sponsored by Predator Q's, so he plays a lot of those Predator Pro Series events because he's sponsored by Predator, and he goes to the U.S. Open too. I think he tried the World 9 ball back in 2021 or 2022, one of those 2 years. He even went to the World 9 ball. It might have been 2021. He got invited to it. So Jeff Clare to break. He was up 4-2. He was cruising. He made a little bit of a positional flaw in that rack, and Clarence got an easy cleanup, and then Clarence got in stroke, and he ran one out on his own break.
4-0 now. It's 4-2 and
4-2. So
and
the
now it's a
pressure's
little bit
back
of,
on Mr. Clare, and Clarence took a break too. Let Jeff think about it a little bit. Try to cool him off even more, huh?
Hey, there's a lot of gamesmanship going on here with these good players.
Gamesmanship. Nah, there's no gamesmanship in pool, is there? Oh, he went with the. Wow, look at that break. The second ball break, look at that spread.
Wow, are they spread out?
He made 3 balls. He's wide open. You're taking either group and you're dead out. I kind of like stripes here, Richard. What do you think? If you can get stripes.
Yeah, if he has a good shot to start with, but
I might not have a good starter.
I think the good starter is the one. I think he's going to take little ones.
You take little ones and get straight on the 7, roll up for the 3, and then work your way back this way.
Yep,
that
because he's got the 6 and the 5 that are open.
Yeah, because if you don't have a good starter with the stripes, you might be forced to take the solids. But he's got the 2 rail angle off the stripe in the side. I like it. That's the first thing I thought of right here. He's doing the exact shot I thought of in my mind.
Probably go down an end rail and come back.
Yeah, and come out for that stripe right by the is it the 9 ball? Yeah, that's the 9 ball. Yeah.
Yep, he's right there, perfect.
Yeah, perfect control.
Maybe an inch shorter, he'd like it better, but because he's going to kick this a little bit. But
Oh,
He's
he'll
got- he-
pinch out of this.
He's got enough of a stroke to draw
Yeah,
back.
I think he can pinch this back. I don't think you want to bump into it.
No, you don't want to touch it at all.
And that's how I
And
play
then-
it too.
and then
You want to
shoot the
take that
15
other
and roll
ball
up.
first. And then you
Shoot
come
the
out
15
for
and roll up. Yep.
the 13 in the lower right. Yep, that way you avoid all the traffic. Just like that. Does the 11 pass the 5? If it does, this is routine.
I think it might, especially on the valley, but
Yeah. Then he can just,
because I think he's got a little bit of angle anyway. I think he can.
yeah, he has no issues here. He can work the cue ball anywhere he wants to.
Yeah, he's going to shoot the 10 first. I
He
think.
got a little bit, he didn't get straight. He has a little angle here. He might take the 10 now and
I
come
think
back
he's going
out.
to shoot the 10 and probably come around 2 rails and shoot the 11
11?
in the same corner.
He could do that, yeah.
And then he's just got the 8 straight in the side.
If the 11 easily passes, he'll shoot the 11, but it looks like he's taking the 10, doing your shot, coming around 2 rails. Danny is a 745, so I was right, 740 to 750. Yeah, Danny's a solid shooter here. Yeah, it's impressive, Dave. First time on a bar box with all the congestion. She's a smart player, and she's got a lot of nice shots. She made a timing shot yesterday, Richard, where she had to use the 8 to knock their ball in, and then she had to send the cue ball forward, and the 8 stopped there, and then she was able to use the cue ball to knock it in afterwards. It was a beautiful shot.
That bank she made to beat us in Scotch doubles was unreal. And you know, most people hit a bank and they hit a little firm. She stroked that thing so smooth and soft, and it was had to cross the tangent line. It was a back bank into the side, and just rolled down there gently and left their partner like a tapping on the 8. Moved
Yeah.
our ball. So it was unreal.
Jeff made that look routine. What a great break shot. So you're seeing, folks, if you're just getting into pool or if you're a youngster watching pool, look at Jeff Clare's fundamentals. Look how he approaches the shot line, his fundamentals, and then look how how important a dominating break is. If you can have a dominating break, the game is just a whole lot easier.
Makes the game much simpler.
And he's got a power break, and he's not even using it. He's using that
No,
second
he's using
ball
the
break.
second ball break,
Oh,
and they're,
it's
and
just-
they're spreading wonderfully
Oh,
for him.
he's killing it, man. That second ball break, I'm telling you, is the best break there is, in my opinion. And I see a lot of Corey Duell uses it all the time, and he's one of the top bar box specialists in the country. Same with that guy out of the Quad Cities, Jesse Bowman. He uses that second ball break all the time too. He's one of the best bar box players in the country.
Uh-oh. I think he broke dry.
He did, and he's not going to be liking it. This is going to be over soon.
I think so too.
He's going to
These-
need a
these stripes-
major let off here to
these-
get back to
these
the
stripes
table.
These stripes are just set. Got
I
a
do
couple
like
little-
stripes. Look at the key ball you got on the 13 and the 9 to play the 8.
Yep.
I mean, this is just,
and
you
the
want to
fif-
deal with this trouble.
But the 15, I think, will go by the 3 over there.
But he'll play for the 10 now, just like that, or that
Yep.
12, the 10, yeah, get that out, and he'll come for a one
Then he'll
pocket
come out
shot
and he'll
right
shoot
now.
the 12 on the side.
He could play that or get right on the 15 for the same hole now, but
Yep.
he might even bump the 12. He
Oh, he
tried to
bumped two
bump
of
the
them.
12. He didn't want to bump the 15,
Oh, no,
obviously.
he's
He
got a
was
little trouble
trying
now.
to, if he would have avoided the 15, he would have bumped the 12 perfectly.
Yep.
Then he would have had the 15 dead. That's
got-
what he was trying to do. Now he's a little in trouble, but he's got the 15. It goes by the 3. But what's the 12 doing, though? That's going to be a trouble ball.
gonna
It
guess-
goes in the lower right, maybe.
I'm going to guess he's probably going to,
But
I don't know
he's
how,
going.
how much his ball's off the rail. Try to cut this ball on the side. But he does have the 9 down the corner. Can you see the 9 in the corner? And then come back around and work on these balls down here.
I don't really care for that. I like shooting the 15 now. I mean, that is an option, Richard, but I definitely like his decision.
think it'll
on
go,
taking the
huh?
15.
Yep, it's a good shot.
Now he's going to have to shoot one of these balls down here. He has no choice now, and he'll play the 13 into the 11.
Unless he wants to play the
And what he'll
10
do
over
here
here.
is he'll shoot the 13. He'll get relatively straight on the 11, and I think he'll float forward. He'll want a little angle on the 11 so that he can keep
Shoot the 9,
the cue
shoot
ball
the
off
11,
the rail, off the 11. Then he'll play this shot into the side, and he'll have the 9.
and then
as
tap the
elbow.
11 in and shoot the 8 in the side. Or the 13, I should say.
He could take the 9 after the 13 and get straight on the 11, but then, I mean, he could do it that way. And then, but it looks like to me he's going to end up having to save.
He probably can't. I was thinking he's going to shoot the 9, but he probably can't see it right now.
He can also leave a big angle. He's looking at that right now through the 8-1 gap, leaving the angle on the 11, and then playing this 12 in the same pocket if he floats one rail across. He's looked at about 3 different options here.
Yep, I think he's going to shoot this 10 ball or a 12 ball.
Right now,
First.
that is
Yep.
I mean, do you think he's really taking it on now? Is
Now
it past the
he
5?
started to. He put the. No, I think he's going to shoot it over here.
Wow, that's dicey trying to navigate the traffic. I wouldn't like that, but
He
he
set
was
the chalk
looking
down.
at something like that.
He set the chalk down and started to bend over, and he changed his mind. So
Yeah, no, there's no way he's shooting that ball in the lower right now. If he does, I would be shocked.
I think he thinks the cue
He
ball is
is.
going to go down
This
between the
is-
5 and the 3.
He's got the control, but
The
boy,
cue ball
he's
will
got
go
to
down
go
between
around
the
these
5 and the
balls.
3
Wow,
and
this
just
is-
roll out in the middle of the table. I don't think the shot's bothers him. I think it bothers him that the cue ball is may not be able to hit the rail and come out clean.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you got those trouble balls. That's why I like this shot right here. Now he's gonna switch again, but he just can't commit himself. He's gonna shoot. I can't believe this, but he's got the control. I mean, he can do it. He can navigate around the 5-2 rails. He's got the control to do it. Come through the gap of the 5-3.
Oh, he's just going to run into it. Oh, and he missed.
Oh, because he had the insurance
Yep.
with the 13, so all he had to do was pot the ball. That didn't work out too bad, huh?
No. But
I thought he had way more angle
Clarence
on
has
that
got-
shot. I'm
I think-
still shocked he took that shot.
I think Clarence has the 2 in the side. I wouldn't have shot it. I would have went the other way because of.
Yeah, but I mean, he's better than we are, so
Oh, yeah, I would have shot the 13 and put it all left, come over, try to leave myself straight on the 11 and roll down and shot that, that ball on the side.
That's what I'm saying. But really, in reality, he put that ball down. He's out. He's dead out because he's got the 13.
Yep.
The reason why you could shoot that is because you had an automatic shot on the 13.
Yeah. Ooh. Clarence thought he was going to tip it off the rail and missed and didn't tip.
Yeah, not even on these big buckets. I think that might have sunk his ship here. What do you think, Richard?
Need to be a little shorter and deflect off the 9. He would have been perfect, but he hit right in between where he needed to go.
He's in
I think
big
it's over
trouble
with
now.
Sandvik.
Yeah, those first 2 racks are going to come back to haunt him, Richard, when
Yeah.
he missed that 8 ball and then he scratched on that ball before the 8. That's going to end up being the deciding factor in this match because he could be up 4-3 right now. He should be up 4-3.
It doesn't take much of these good players for things to turn around like that.
Oh, it's just fractions of a ball.
So he's shooting the 9. And I'm going to guess he can see the 11.
I think he shoots the 13 here and he tries to get on that ball in the corner that's sitting hanging.
Yep.
And,
And
then
then he's
what
gonna
he'll
shoot
do is
this, and he's
shoot
gonna
the
shoot the
11
8.
all the way down.
The 8 in the corner he's shooting right
yeah,
now.
yeah. See, he'll come down for this corner and then shoot the
Because I think
11.
with the 1 got there, I think the 1's in his way of the side maybe. So he had to change his pattern going down.
Yeah, this is the pattern that I saw for sure. Look at that, perfect. Just stop the cue ball and nothing to do.
Nothing to do. This is
This
like
is
a
gonna-
perfect. This is like a perfect Dave Whitmer route, but Dave would miss the 8.
So this is going to put Jeff Clare over the top here, and we're going to shut the stream down again here before our next match, and then we'll bring the stream up. So hang in there, folks, for our next match. Thanks for tuning in to Railbird Pool TV here on Facebook and YouTube.
Nestled in the geographical center of North America, Rugby provides a hometown atmosphere to grow your family and business with safe neighborhoods, good schools and daycares, trusted medical facilities, and a diversified economy from manufacturing to healthcare. Home to almost 200 businesses, big and small, Rugby provides an abundance of activities indoors and out. Rugby, North Dakota. Come for a visit, stay for a lifetime.